Hey guys, this is Fran. Be welcome again to MetalFran on this new album review. Before focusing on the material that I have for today, let me say a big thank you to everyone that watched 72 Seasons review, the first of the channel. It was a great start and I'm very looking forward to continuing this adventure and sharing with you my feedback and impressions about recent or older records that made an impact on me. For this review, I'm more than happy to bring the last album of one of my favorite bands ever, In Flames. Actually, let me tell you something. Besides the knowledge I have from listening the band since more than a decade now, I feel confident on analyzing them now at this stage, as I had the chance of seeing them alive half a year ago. It was at the very beginning of the FOREGONE tour, more precisely at the very beginning of the pre-FOREGONE tour, okay? At that moment, they just released 2 singles already. The concert was in a small venue in Madrid, and believe me, it was massive. It was the second time that I saw In Flames in the same place, and this time was amazing, much more powerful and impressive than the first one some years ago. I was so shocked and so happy to be there. On that day of the second concert was when I realized this record was going to be something huge. And I wasn't wrong. As a headline on this intro, let me tell you something. FOREGONE is one of the albums of the year. If you want to know more about it and have a look on the super cool physical edition, just stay tuned. There's some special content on its way. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, and please, welcome back again. Let's go. As we did with 72 Seasons review, before starting with the track-by-track analysis, I would like to show you the FOREGONE physical album edition. I got this special limited edition, which I personally think is extremely cool, pre-ordering the CD before it was released. The difference with the standard edition lies basically in the color of the cover. Meanwhile, the standard is colored, which is also very cool. I like both. This one, as you can see, has this black and white look and aesthetic that for me fits great with the band logo in red, also with the band logo and the album title on the side, and also with the track list on white in the reverse. The touch is very soft. It's an edition that I really like, fits very well on myself with the rest of the album, so I'm very happy with it. In the inside we can see here on the first lead the band logo. I think it's a kind of clock cover. It's very cool. Here on the left the storm, and in the middle, if we open this, we have the album, the CD itself, with this kind of broken old clock with the kind of a rope. Also in the sides the storm continues. I think it's very cool. I really like. So yeah, it's simple in some way because we have just these 2 leads and the CD in the middle itself, but I think it's pretty cool. As it's cool as well the booklet that we have here. We have the same cover that the album, but in the inside we can see some cool images. I really like the dark, sinister aesthetic of this album. Some images like this are very cool. Also the lyrics, I need to say that the lyrics in red, maybe they are not very easy to read. I think probably in white could fit better to read, to be more easy, but you know, it's fine. You just need to focus a bit more. There's not a big deal on this. I think the rest is very cool. You have here, for example, this image is really nice. So yeah, if you like, as I do, to read some lyrics of the booklet meanwhile I'm listening the songs, this is a nice booklet, I would say. So yeah, I think overall, guys, FOREGONE is a nice edition. The band put some efforts here designing this cover. For me, this one is at the same level of the best of their discography. I would say that definitely worth it to have it for your collection, because beside this nice edition and above all, Foregone is a massive record. It's one of the greatest in Flames discography, one of the greatest in Flames productions. So yeah, I think worth it totally to have it. Once said this, I think there's time now to get deep into the tracklist, don't you think? Okay guys, let's go ahead with my favorite part of the video, the track by track analysis. And let's start. Okay, I'm gonna avoid this time the first official track of the album, which is a intro. Let me tell you, it's a nice intro, the beginning of all the things that will end, but yeah, there's not too much to analyze on that. So yeah, let's go ahead straight with the first track of the album for me, which is State of Slow Decay. Wow, guys, what a song, what a first single, what a comeback to pure In Flames sound after so many years. State of Slow Decay is just a hit. What can I say? I'm still getting excited and with lots of energy when I press play again to listen this track. Almost no clear voices on it, just a extremely cool chorus, powerful from the beginning till the end, no time to breathe, and that unique guitar sound on In Flames solos. For me, it's a 10 out of 10 songs. No more comments needed. It's just an amazing song and an amazing way to start the album. Meet Your Maker. After that cool beginning, I thought, okay, maybe the second track cannot be that great. Well, Meet Your Maker came to ask me to shut up. Another hit and the last single of Foregone, released before of the album. I especially love the sound of the drums on this song and the lyrics. They are so engaging, so well written. The ending part with that long solo and under deep screams are just amazing. Guys, 2 out of 2 on great songs so far. Bleeding Out. The first time I heard the entire album and Bleeding Out, I can say that probably was one of the songs I liked less, okay? This was just at the beginning. Maybe because that clear voices of the start of the song were remembering me some of the last records, as well the chorus, or maybe due the effects of listening after State of Slow Decay and Meet Your Maker. With time, after listening the song so many times, I appreciate it more, and now I feel it's a good song, but still probably on the middle class section of Foregone. But hey, anyway, this song would be a hit in any of their last records, so all good. Foregone Part 1. What a beginning. It's just impossible to not get excited with it. That initial energy doesn't abandon you for the rest of the song. Foregone Part 1 is amazing, I really like it, and I like it a bit more than the second one, but both together make a perfect match. 3 minutes of a classy track that ends with a perfect solo to make space for the second part. The second Foregone, starts with a slower pace and it's probably one of the calmest songs of the album, but that is just until we arrive to that extremely cool chorus I really like and really enjoy, and the track makes sense within the album and is one of that I never get bored of listening. Everything works perfect on it. Let's move to one of the weakest songs of the album for me, Pure Light of Mine. This song, as I was saying, is probably the one that I like less of the album, very close to another that I will speak very soon. And let me tell you something, it's not a bad track, okay? It's not a bad track itself, but the issue that I maybe have with it is that sounds for me too much pop after the vibes of the rest of the Foregone previous songs. I don't know. I like a lot the sound of the guitars, but yeah, the chorus, the bridge, all in the song sounds softly compared with the rest. It's not terrible, but I can imagine this song on their previous albums, and this is not a really good thing to imagine. But for now, let's move to something big. The Great Deceiver. I get crazy with this song, my favorite of the album and one of my favorites of the band. What an anthem. It's the best beginning of Foregone with that crazy scream and rhythm pace change. Best chorus, best lyrics, the loudest and the heaviest. The Great Deceiver is just an unbelievable song. There's no other way to think on this. Sorry, there's no other way. I highly recommend to all of you to watch the video I recorded of Madrid concert of this song. They started the concert with this masterpiece, and believe me, it's one of my best videos. I really enjoy every time that I go back again to it, and you know, I was close enough to the stage and I couldn't enjoy more. Just awesome. What a song. It's my favorite. Let me know your opinions, because probably I will not believe if any of you tell me, hey, you know, I don't like too much this song. Nah, it's just impossible. It's just an amazing track. With the following track, I have more issues, not big issues, but In the Dark. I think it's a perfect title for this song. It's arguably the one that shows a darkest mood, especially in the bridges and the beginning. I like more that part than the chorus itself, which I think is, I don't know, moves the songs from being in the top to a great song. It works perfectly within Foregone, and the ending solo is one of the best of the album. We have another cool song here. The next one, Dialogue in B flat minor, I think is not probably one of the greatest songs of this album. We are heading the end of the album, and we do with another nice track. Okay, Dialogue in B flat minor is maybe not the best of the album. I could understand perfectly if an All in Flames fan wouldn't like it, even, like, not at all. But nowadays, at this stage of the band, it's almost impossible, and I think we need to be kind of comprehensive here. It's almost impossible to find an album that has every single song as a hit. I'm not a big fan of this one, especially of the chorus, but the rest works to me. Let's move to Theonosaur. This is, together with Pure Light of Mine, the song that I like less. And that means just my taste. You might like it, of course, but in my opinion, lacks strength since the beginning, doesn't get me excited, and the lyrics are not the best of the record. Also, it's another track that I could perfectly imagine in, I don't know, Siren Charms, for example. So, you know, that doesn't give me the best vibes. So yeah, I think it's probably the most feeling track of Foregone. And the end of the transmission. I like this one a lot. It's true that could be a bit repetitive from the middle of the song until the end, but it's a motto, it's like a repetitive chorus that works. For me, works within the song and within the album with that title, which is obviously the last track of the album. It's obviously not a hit, but sounds cool to me to end Foregone in this calmer way. Can you imagine the album closing with The Great Deceiver? I would be killing for more tracks. So yeah, great solos, great drums, great song. And before ending this tracklist analyze, let me speak about one bonus track that you only could find on this special edition. Before, I was talking you about the special edition in regards the cover, this black and white aesthetic, but there's another surprise within the album, which is the bonus track called Become One. You can be calm if you have the standard edition, okay, because Become One is a nice song, but it's not a hit, okay? And I think they knew, because if this was a very, very massive hit, they would, of course, include in the standard edition. But it's a cool song. It's a cool song. It's more heavy than End of the Transmission, than Pure Light of Mine, so I probably score above that once. But yeah, I'm not gonna include in the track list itself because it's not included officially. But yeah, if you try to get the special edition, you will find another song which is always very, very cool. And here we are in the final conclusions of this Foregone album review. Guys, Foregone is the best In Flames album in 23 years. Don't you believe me? Let's make a quick checkout here. Clayman was released in 2000, and since then we have Reroute to Remain in 2002, which FOREGONE overall is more complete. Is much better than Soundtrack to Your Escape from 2004. In 2006 we have the only one that could match FOREGONE, the brutal and exceptional Come Clarity, but from there we have A Sense of Purpose in 2008, one album that I especially love because it was the first In Flames album that I heard, but being honest, is not at the same level as FOREGONE, so it's what it is. Next two albums are no doubt the worst productions of In Flames. Pure decadence. Sounds of a Playground Fading in 2011 and Siren Charms in 2014. Guys, they are terrible, and you know that. After that, we found Battles in 2016 and I'd Mask in 2019. Two albums that are cooler than the previous ones, but I don't know, that could be better combined, removing all the feeling, not powerful, almost pop songs with kids in the background vocals that, you know, that's not In Flames. So yes, FOREGONE is a 5 out of 5 album to me for several reasons. First of all, I wasn't expecting at all this huge level for In Flames at this stage. Half of the album is just amazing, with a bunch of hits that should be included in any playlist with the best of the band, with no doubts. The other half is also great, except a couple of songs that are just nice or average, but you know, they make sense within the album and are not annoying in any case, just not at the top. And as I was telling you before, it's very hard to find 10 out of 10 album with everything perfect, all hits. I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but it's very, very hard to find. So FOREGONE, guys, is a great, great album. Also, I really appreciate the effort of the band of making a kind of comeback to their roots. We all know that it's not possible to go back in time to Colony and to Clayman ages, but honestly, FOREGONE is not that far of that. I strongly recommend all of you to see them alive on this tour if you have the chance, because I think they are back in a great shape and it's a big must to see them again or for the first time. You know, they are the best Gothenburg death metal melodic band ever. So guys, if you have that chance, don't waste it and go to see an amazing cool metal band. It's been a pleasure to chat a bit about this amazing record, so please let me know if you enjoyed it, and as well, don't forget to subscribe to MetalFran. See you soon, guys.